Hey everyone, this is Martin, and I am cooking up a special treat for us tonight. We're doing lobster rolls, and we're doing the New England style lobster rolls, which I was kind of leaning towards the Massachusetts kind, but Shelley said, no, I don't want the mayonnaise in them, so we're just doing the garlic butter lobster rolls. And you may ask, how do we end up with lobster here in Southwest Missouri? But our kids do lobster diving down in the Keys, down in the Florida Keys, and they brought a care package of frozen lobster tails with them when they came up here last month, and we did some deer hunting and did some work on the backwoods bug out. You'll have to check out those videos. But right now we're cooking lobster rolls. Lobster rolls. Okay, so let me show you the ingredients here. All right, so I've got. We started out with 3 lobster tails, about like that. And these have been already cooked, and then just refrigerated. I've got about a half a teaspoon of minced garlic, about a teaspoon of dill, a little piece of celery, about like that. I'm going to cut that up. We may not even use all of that. Got some breadcrumbs, the lobster. And we're also using some brioche type of buns to put these in because they just have so much more of a rich flavor to them. And then the last thing is butter. Okay, you're going to think, wow, that is way too much butter. But this is not where you skimp on the butter. When you're doing lobster rolls, you just don't skimp on the butter. So I'm going to be cooking the lobster in here. We're going to be cooking some breadcrumbs in here, browning them a little bit crispy and crunchy. So let's get started with this. Okay, so got this last lobster tail here, and you don't want it minced down or diced up too much. I'm just cutting them in half that way, and then some pretty good sized chunks, because lobster rolls, baby, you got to leave it in some nice big juicy bite-sized chunks. Okay, there we go. That's a lot of lobster. That's actually looking really, really good. I'm going to set the breadcrumbs aside for a minute. And I'll go ahead and do this piece of celery so you can kind of see what we're doing. And we don't want big pieces of the celery, just little, very small diced celery on that. So just something to give it kind of a fresh crunch to it. I can hear the butter sizzling in the pans over there. I think I'm just going to do that much. And we'll cut them up into pretty small pieces. Just little pieces to give you a little bit of crunch. And we will not cook these. These will go on kind of fresh and raw after the fact. Okay, so I've got the lobster, the dill, the garlic here, ready to go into this skillet where most of the butter was. Okay, so I've got the garlic, the dill, the lobster in this skillet. And I'm going to put the breadcrumbs over here in this one. There's one big breadcrumb in there. And we're going to brown these up, make them just a little bit crispy. The breadcrumbs are leftover dinner rolls from Thanksgiving that we just dried out, and we'll probably make, I don't know, bread pudding or something like that out of the rest of them. Okay, we're just going to let them, we'll swirl those around a little bit. You would not believe how good this smells. All right, the lobster is done. If you look in there, a little bit brown, a lot of butter in the bottom of it, and I'm just going to scoop these over into a bowl. We're going to put those into the buns because we're going to toast those buns in this butter. Shelley says, why aren't you using a big spoon? I said, well, if I had one, I'd use one. So she got me a big spoon. So, okay, I've got the lobster transferred over to that bowl. And we are going to brown those brioche buns right, give them a little bit more heat. And whatever's butter is left over, we're going to drizzle on top of them. Then we're going to eat these things. Give it a little bit more heat. Yeah, even down in the backwoods, we can enjoy some guilty pleasures every now and then, and lobster is one of them. Now, while we had a few lobsters here, Shelley just made some lobster stuffed portobello mushrooms, and that was on last week's video. All right, very good. So, lobster goes on. We're making 2 of these, but we may end up making more of them before we're done because we got enough lobster for more. Okay, over here.
I can see the butter in there.
Oh.
A lot of it. Smells good.
Okay, yep. We're not going to spare the butter. Okay, the next step is the little bit of celery in there. It's easy to get too much celery with, the green stuff. And the final step is the toasted breadcrumbs. And you know what? These are going to be messy, but that's okay. And they look and smell delicious.
I think I want to eat it. You stop talking.
Let's eat. We're going to try this. Lobster rolls.
Good.
Wow. This was a good choice. Oh, that was good. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a like and a share, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and the notification bell. See you next time.